Hey there guys, welcome back to Cop Talks and another video. So in this video I wanted to talk on a little bit about why I'm switching my camping cooking setup, right? Like in my bug out bag and stuff, you guys have seen my little stove kit, you know, it stands up, and my stainless steel cooking pot set and everything, and I just kind of been wanting to see if there's anything better out there, and recently I came across a few things, and we'll talk a little bit about why I think it might be better and, you know, maybe why it's not. So first off, let me get these out of the way. I came across this little cooking stove, right? So it's a let me pull it up so you can see it. It's a Lixada. I've kind of seen these floating around on Amazon and eBay and even Wish and stuff like that. And it's a little standalone kind of cooking stove that you can use for pots and pans and stuff, and that you can also use for alcohol burners, tinder, wood, whatever. It kind of, you can use a whole lot of stuff for it. So let me put it together here real quick. Overall, my experience with it has been positive. I know it seems kind of flimsy, like it's sheet metal, but actually once it's all put together, it's not too bad. It does support quite a bit of weight. You can push down on it and it flexes just a little bit, but not overly a whole lot, and it's fairly easy to assemble. Once you've kind of messed with it a little bit, it comes together real good. It's made of stainless steel, not exactly sure what kind, but it is stainless, and it supports the pots and everything just fine. It's large enough for a sterno fuel can, like an alcohol fuel can, or even like a homemade, you know, alcohol stove that you've made out of a soda can or whatever the case may be. I primarily just use sticks and twigs and just create a little fire in there. You know, you build yourself up a good little pile and you just feed it in there once you kind of, you know, you got it going. But it weighs like next to nothing, and that's kind of one of the main reasons I switched. So my old camping setup, you know, was a stainless steel pot. Well, it was a 2-pot set. You had a smaller pot and a larger pot, and then one lid. Pretty standard, you know, nothing too crazy. So basically, one of the main reasons I wanted to switch from my stainless setup to this one, which happens to be titanium, was for weight savings. This one is Wild Peak. I've never heard of it. But after messing with it for a little bit, it's kind of growing on me. So this right here is technically the lid, but also a 400 milliliter little frying pan. I mean, it's awesome. You can still use it as a lid. You can either cover it like so, or you can actually pick it up and flip it over and use it like so. Now, the other ones right here are the larger one here, and they all have handles, which I also like, is a 1.2 liter. It does say titanium on there. I checked it to make sure it wasn't some cheap ass aluminum. And that's a 1.2 liter pot, which is great for boiling water and cooking meals and such, like the Mountain House meals I go on about all the time. And then this one right here is a little 800 milliliter. So one thing I wish was different about these is that it had measuring marks on the inside. You know, that's nitpicky, but you know, I still think that'd be a nice feature to have. And maybe I'll etch my own. You know, I'll just measure out a liquid, pour it in there, and then I'll go in there with like a knife or even my engraving tool and just kind of etch a little mark in there so I know, hey, that's 1 cup, 2 cups, 500 mils, you know, whatever. But it works great in conjunction with this little stove, and I'll put some pictures of it up here and some video of it outside, and just so you can kind of see what it looks like when it's all set up. Now, like I said, my old setup, you know, to get a really good comparison here, we'll pull out both. My old setup is stainless steel. I've had it for years. It's just a bullshit, cheap little Ozarka Trail like camp cook set, honestly. It comes with a lid, which fits on both pots. Let me pull this out. So you got now I'll pick it up sideways here. This is quite a bit larger, taller I should say, than the Lixada. I mean, look at that. It's half the size. but it does seem to cook faster. It does kind of act a little bit as a rocket stove. It has vent holes at the bottom. The ashes fall out the bottom right here, and it creates a really good hot little fire. It's a fantastic little stove, but if you got a large heavy pot on top, it's a little bit top heavy. So I was looking for some alternatives for that, and this one for some lightweight single person cooking. If I was cooking for multiple people, you know, I might get actually 2 or 3 of these because they take up no space or weight at all. And I would probably use this one for, you know, general purpose cooking. This one is stainless steel as well. It's a little bit more weathered because it's been through some shit, but it's a good little stove. But like I said, this was mostly for weight savings. So if we look at the weights, my old setup, so the stove, the 2 pots, and the lid comes in at 1 pound and 14 ounces. So sub 2 pounds really doesn't seem like a whole lot until you're carrying it for a long time, and then you're like, damn, this is pretty heavy. Notice that also includes like the little pouch it comes in and all that stuff. The new kit with the stove, the pouches, and the pot, the 2 pots, and the frying pan / lid combo comes in at 13.6 ounces. So less than half the weight. And that just leaves me, I'm not saying that leaves me more weight to put towards something else, but, you know, it makes everything a little bit lighter. So that takes a whole pound out of my kit, which doesn't sound like a lot, but, you know, if you got to hoof it, you know, 1 pound is not an insignificant amount. A large pot and a small pot. Then inside here, I have my stove that I use, and we will set that up here real quick. Overall, they both seem to cook water about the same speed. You know, it takes about the same amount of time between both of these. This stove, if I remember correctly, I think I got it for about $15. This one was about $20 back in the day. This cook set right here, the stainless steel one, I think I got at Walmart for like $20, $25. And the of course the titanium cookware, that one's gonna cost a little bit more. That one came out about $50. So $50 for 2 pots and a frying pan / lid, all with handles and everything. It's really not that bad of a deal. Titanium's not the cheapest metal. It's not the most expensive metal, but it's good for that purpose. And of course, it's way cooler because it's made out of titanium. Anything made out of titanium is going to be way cooler. That's just a fact. But yeah, that's kind of why I'm considering switching. I'm going to keep both of these, and you know, I might, on a couple of short trips, take out both of these stoves and try them out with the new titanium kit. But the stainless one, that's probably going to stay in my vehicle cooking kit. You know, I'm not really too worried about weight with that one. It's just going to stay in a car. You know, this one will probably stay in my backpack, and if need be, I can also just build a little stove or something, or cook right on the embers with those. So not that big a deal. This is kind of a convenience deal if I wanted to use sterno or some fuel tabs or whatever the case may be, right? But overall, I think this is a pretty cool little thing. It doesn't actually fall apart. Like it's actually pretty clever little design, actually, and I like it a lot. So if you guys are kind of in the market for a little lightweight cooking stove, I think this one is a pretty good one. I mean, it literally packs up into nothing. It comes in this little pouch. It's ridiculously small and lightweight. It has room in there for matches and some flat tinder, like if you made some petroleum jelly and cotton balls and you packed them together in a Ziploc bag and kind of smushed them flat, and they'd fit in there perfect, and you could start all kinds of fires all day long. But overall, this is kind of what I've been playing with, and I've been really happy with it. I'll keep you guys up to date on anything else that may have changed, but that's pretty much it right now. Anyway, guys, really appreciate you joining me in today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. I'm trying to diversify some content a little bit, doing some camping stuff because it's that time of year again for me, and been really kind of just cruising and seeing what we can do. So guys, I really appreciate you joining me once again. If you did like, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Our community here has been growing, and it's been awesome, and it's been fun, and it allows me to do more giveaways and stuff. So please join up, follow, whatever, I don't care. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Cop Talks. We have a Twitter, I think it's just Cop Talks also. If you want to follow us there, I don't really post a whole lot there, but myself and a few associates, we do come up with some fun stuff every now and then. Anyway, guys, really appreciate you. Have a great day. Stay safe. Go out. Enjoy the outdoors. It's awesome out there. Cities and shit suck. Cars suck. You know, society in general is kind of shit. But Mother Nature's pretty great, and she's never really let me down. So, anyway, guys, I will let you go, and I will catch you in the next one.